Dear Mother, Father, God, Divine Infinite Spirit, source of all that is, I ask to be connected to you, to my higher self, and to the higher self of everyone here present. I ask for the assistance of the angels, the archangels, the ascended masters, the Reiki masters, but most especially Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Katumi, Saint Francis, Saint Germain, Saint Gabriel, Saint Raphael, Saint Michael, the Blessed Mother, the Divine Feminine, Mary Magdalene, Moses, Metatron, Melchizedek, Mohammed, and Kuan Yin. I ask that we be cleared, centered, aligned, balanced, and grounded, and that whatever come in for each of us, come in for our highest good. I also ask to be a clear channel of light for Metatron and his healing angels, so that we each receive the highest vibrations of light possible. I also ask for the assistance of the great rays, the lords and masters of the rays, and the archangels of the rays. I ask all of this in the name of Jesus the Christ and in the name of I Am. And now I invite you to very, very gently open your crown at the top of your head, the 1,000-petal lotus that you have that contains all of the virtues that you walk through in your lifetime. And know that each point of your crown is a point of light. And now we are ready for the ascension process to begin. Invite the white gold light of God into our crown. And I call forth my glorified light body to descend into my consciousness and 4-part body system, my spiritual body, my physical body, my mental body, my etheric body, and my emotional body. I am that I am. Aum. I call forth the ascension flame to descend and to enter my consciousness and entire 4-body system. I actually like to see it as a 5-body system because I do include the etheric body. I am that I am. Aum. I call forth the full activation of my alpha and my omega chakras. I am that I am. Aum. I call forth the Amrita, the fire letters, the sacred geometries, and the key codes from the keys of Enoch to now become fully activated. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth the full activation and creation of my full potential 12 strands of DNA within my physical vehicle. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth the full activation of my pituitary gland to create only the life hormone and to stop producing the death hormone. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth and fully activate my monadic divine blueprints in my conscious, subconscious, and superconscious mind and 5-part body system. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth and fully activate my Kundalini energy as guided by my monad and mighty I am presence. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth a matchstick-sized spark of cosmic fire from the presence of God Himself to illuminate and transform my entire being into the light of God. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth the full axiotonal alignment as described in the Keys of Enoch to perfectly align all my meridian flows within my consciousness and 5-part body system. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth and fully claim my physical immortality and the complete cessation of the aging and death process. I am now youthing and becoming younger every day. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth the full opening of my third eye and all my psychic abilities and channeling abilities, that I may use them in the glory and the service of the Most High God and my brothers and sisters in Christ on earth. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth perfect, radiant health to manifest within my physical, emotional, mental, etheric, and spiritual bodies. I ask and command that these bodies now manifest the health and perfection of Christ. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth my 16th chakra to descend, moving all my chakras down my chakra column until my 16th chakra reaches my 7th or crown chakra. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth my 15th chakra to descend and enter my 6th or 3rd eye and illuminate that intuitive presence in my life. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth my 14th chakra to descend and enter my throat chakra, the place that I speak my divine truth. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth my 13th chakra to descend and enter and reside in my heart chakra so that I can radiate my heart throughout this world, throughout our solar system, throughout this universe, and throughout the multiverse. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth my 12th chakra to enter and reside into my solar plexus so that my solar plexus becomes a living version of my 12th chakra and is no longer limited by any ego restrictions. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth my 11th chakra to descend and enter and reside in my 2nd chakra, the part of me that creates my great ideas, the part of me that is identical to the Supreme Creator, to Prime Creator, the part that creates through thought as well as physicality. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth my 10th chakra to descend and enter and reside in my 1st chakra. And my 1st chakra is my foundation. It is my solidarity. It is the place, the roots that I send to the center of the earth. It is my stability, no matter what the circumstances of my birth, the circumstances of my life, no matter what instability may have threatened my equilibrium. I anchor myself through my roots to Mother Earth, and I bring up the earth energy into my root chakra from Mother Earth. I am that I am. Aum. I now see the rest of my chakras, 9 through 1, descending down my legs and back into the earth in corresponding fashion. I am fully, completely, 100% grounded into Earth's energy. And I anchor my being with Earth's energy. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth the complete stabilization of my new 5th dimensional chakra grid system within my consciousness and 4-part body system. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth my chakra column and see it lighting up like a Christmas tree, with my 1st chakra becoming a large ball of iridescent pearl white light. And I now see my 2nd chakra becoming a large ball of pink orange light. And I now see my 3rd chakra becoming a ball of glowing golden light. And I now see my heart chakra lighting up with a pale pink and green light. And I now see my 5th chakra lighting up with an deep blue violet light. And my crown, my 3rd eye chakra, now lights up with a large ball of golden white light. And my crown chakra now lights up with a violet white light. My entire chakra column has now been ignited with the 5th dimensional ascension frequency. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth with my entire heart and soul and mind and might the collective help of my 11 soul extensions, who are also in their own ascension process. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth the complete descending and integration into my being of the rain cloud of all knowable things. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth the Trinity of Isis, Osiris, and Horus, and all of the pyramid energies that are aligned with Source, to now descend into my consciousness and 5-part body system to become fully activated now. I also call forth the Ascended Master, Serapis Bey, the Master of the Fourth Ray, and his Ascension Temple energies from Luxor to descend and fully become activated within my consciousness and 5-part body system. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth an ascension column of light to surround my entire being. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth the complete balancing of all my karma from my past and future lives, as well as my present life. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth the raising of my vibrational frequencies within my physical, astral, mental, etheric, and spiritual bodies to the 5th dimensional frequencies. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth the light of 1,000 suns to descend into my being and to raise my vibrational frequencies 1,000-fold. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth the sacred sound of Aum to descend and reverberate throughout my consciousness and 5-part body system. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth a complete and full baptism of the Holy Spirit. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth the perfect attunement and completion of my Dharma, my purpose, and my mission in this lifetime in service to God's plan. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth to descend my Christed over soul body. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth my fifth dimensional ascended self, who has already ascended within the understanding of simultaneous time, to now meld its consciousness with my unified field and my aura. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth my personal spiritual teacher, to descend through my crown chakra and meld his or her ascended consciousness and light into my consciousness and five-part body system. I am that I am. Aum. I now call forth the great God flame to descend and integrate and blend its greater flame with my lesser flame on earth, the threefold flame that resides in me that can never, ever be extinguished, the threefold flame that stays as my connection to the God Self. I am that I am. Aum. And lastly, I call forth my monad, my mighty I am presence and spirit, to now fully descend into my consciousness and five-part body system and transform me into light and the ascended master that I truly am. I am that I am. And now we will just take a few moments of silence to complete the ascension process. And as you see yourself merging with the light, and as you see your five-part body system, recite the following affirmation of truth. Be still and know that I am God. I am that I am. And now I ask that you return to the present moment, and we will thank the angels, the archangels, the ascended masters, the Reiki masters, our ancestors, and all the beings of light that compromise the Godhead. And we thank every single entity, every single energy, every single being that accompanied us on this meditation. And we will have just a few moments. I think I've got maybe 16 minutes scheduled for feedback. And before we go into the presentation. And if we need a longer time, that's fine too. But I would like to say a special hello to two people from my past that I haven't seen in a long time. Yvonne Evans, minister at Rays of Healing, who now lives, I guess, in Newport News or Virginia Beach. Yvonne, which? Newport News?
I actually live in Hampton.
Oh, Hampton. Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so it's a little south of and to the right of Newport News. Yeah.
Great to see you. Because
great
Yvonne,
to see you too. Hello.
Yvonne always had a wonderful ascension, something or other, you know, meditation, something or other. So I was very happy to see you come in. And Tia Meredith, who is from San Diego, California. Are you still in San Diego?
For now. I leave for Croatia in a couple weeks. Yep.
Oh, do you really? Oh,
yeah.
God bless you. You know, you can still join us on Zoom.
I know, I'm excited. I didn't know. And so I was like, I'm coming to see what Alicia's doing. So yeah. I'm glad to be here.
Fabulous, fabulous. Well, I didn't know, I knew you were going to Croatia. I didn't know when, but I kind of thought it might be soon because I think I spoke to you about a year ago. So anyway, Tia, lovely to see you. Lovely to see you both and everything. People from my past. And and I hope that this meditation has elevated. I know that all of us are going through special issues now, whether they're health issues, whether they're family issues, relationship issues, whatever it is, we're all going through something. And so my guides usually don't give me much notice. They kind of tell me at the last second what I'm supposed to present. And today was no exception. I kind of had it in the back of my mind that this was going to be an ascension meditation. But like I said earlier, for those of you who may have come in too late, this is from the Joshua David Stone Complete Ascension Manual, How to Achieve Ascension in This Lifetime. This is book 1. And it's highly filled with esoteric knowledge. His special gift to humanity was to take very esoteric material, like the Alice Bailey material, and distill it down to words that that we can normally understand, so that we didn't get tripped up in the language, and that we didn't get tripped up in trying to figure out, well, what does this mean, you know? And the amazing thing is Joshua used his own techniques and effectively transitioned from this planet. So he's no longer here, but obviously his work survives. So I'm just going to start with the people on the screen first before I go into the side thing. So if you'd be kind enough, just share anything that you would like to share, either about the meditation, or it could be something special that you're going through with the ascension process, or anything in general that's important to you. So Sandy, we'll start with you since you're to my left.
Okay, I'm not super familiar with ascension. The meditation felt wonderful. Probably not the best person to start with.
No, but anything that you might have seen or felt while I did this, since you're not familiar with it, you have no nothing, you have no biases or prejudices. So
Well, I noticed that normally when I try to do any type of meditation, my mind drifts to like little thoughts and you know, and this is one meditation I was able just to totally immerse myself into. I
fabulous.
I wasn't thinking about work or my son or anything else. It was just like I really got into, and I feel extremely relaxed. It was wonderful.
Excellent. Super, super. So it doesn't matter that you don't know much about the ascension process. You've got what you needed. That's
Yes, it did.
terrific. That's terrific. Okay, Susan, we'll go with you next. Unmute yourself.
I was amazed at how enveloping the meditation was. It felt like very powerful, very different than just sitting there on your own. You invoked so many forces, and I really felt that, you know, enveloped, and I felt my body change and become clear and calm, and it was quite wonderful.
Super.
And I went ahead and found the books while you were talking before. Well, I'll pick up a couple of these books. It was really powerful.
Good. Wonderful. Thank you. And Anne-Marie. And Anne-Marie, remind me, unmute yourself.
I joined late, and all I can say is that you were finishing up the meditation, and I was sorry I hadn't joined earlier, but the peace I found was in every fiber of my being. It was just, there's no way to explain it. It was just, oh, thank you, God. So next time I will join earlier, and then I'll be part of it. And I am going to get the book and indulge myself in doing the reading and the exercises in it. Thank you, Alice.
Excellent.
And I left you 100 phone calls, so just ignore them because I got on. Thanks to Wendy.
Okay. And also, Anne-Marie, my guides have a message for you from yesterday. So either stay on late or make sure that
Yes,
I talk to you at some point.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I want to thank everybody who was there yesterday for what they did. It's just a miracle.
Yeah, good. That's
Really?
we did a healing for Anne-Marie as part of a exercise from class, and there was 8 of us that were working on various facets of her health. So that was really very, very powerful. But
thank you.
I do have a message for you. Okay. All right. And Yvonne.
Yes, hello. It's so exciting to see that you were presenting tonight, and I had no idea what you would be doing. And then I was like, oh wow, she's doing Ascension. It's like old home week.
Yeah.
So it was lovely, you know, like everybody else was saying, it felt really lovely. And there were certain parts that I felt like, oh yeah, I want to go back and look at that again. So, and this is very nice to see you and be here with everybody.
Well, thank you, Yvonne. It's a pleasure to see you. So, and thank you. And Neil, I know Neil is in the background, but I don't see him. So I think I'm going to go to Tia, and we'll go to you next. I'm kind of doing this, a loop-de-loop.
I think for me, like Yvonne, like I don't know why I was here. Like everything kind of guided me to show up tonight. So I was also equally surprised on what I got to take part in. I know that this next part of my journey is an ascension of sorts for me, and a big dying off of who I've been in the past. So through the meditation, I felt it really in like my lower chakras a lot, of just in my gut, in my stomach, this creative process that's forming. So I felt physical sensations in this particular meditation.
Excellent. And Tia, can you just share with the group what the fact that, I mean, because you're really making a massive move again.
Mhm.
I mean, you did it once when you went to Greece. Now you came back to California. Now you're going to Croatia. What do you expect to create in Croatia? Because you're nothing but a manifester. I mean, you're one of the best manifestors I know.
Well, it's interesting about this because, you know, Spirit called me home to Greece, which is an origin place of my soul, many, many lifetimes, and then said, you're done and you're coming back. Equally, this point, and it's a transit, so it's asking me to uplift my roots in a way that's very uncomfortable. All of these friendships that I have, I'm like down to 3 suitcases, my husband and I. But what I'm hoping to create there is this platform for the masters, for the teachers, for the spiritual people who are going to really change the game a little bit, because I work so intimately in the self-help field. And there are a lot of folks that are out here that are just, the teachings aren't pure. They're not heart-centered. They're a little wonky. So in that place, my desire and hope and dream is to build the platform for the masters to show up, to awaken the giants, and that the giants have the platform to speak.
Wow. Well, I have no doubt that whatever it is that you put your mind to create, you're going to create it. I have no doubt about that. So thank you, Tia. And Bethany, you're next.
Hi, I'm also very unfamiliar with Ascension, and but the meditation was lovely. I did enjoy it very much. I don't think I connected with all the chakras so much, but at the very end, I had a not quite a vision, but I like just flames, like a column of them, like all of me was a column of flame. So
Excellent.
that's what I got out of that. And thank you so much.
Wow.
I did enjoy it.
Because there was one passage with the keys of Enoch that he talks about flames, you know. So and then there's the fire, the letters that are basically in flames in the keys of Enoch. That's how the letters were written. And so that's a very, very, I think that's Bethany, to me, that's a very special type of image and everything. And I don't know your name. It says User's iPad or User's iPad. I can't remember when you came in, if you got any of the meditation. This gentleman right here to the right. Okay.
In kind of the dark green.
Yeah,
And the
exactly.
glasses.
And the glasses, the gentleman with the glasses. Ask to unmute. Are you having? Yeah, you can't unmute yourself.
I'm not sure you can hear.
Yeah, that's I'm not sure either. So anyway, all right, Lakeisha, were you able to? Did you come in for most of the meditation?
Yes, I did get some of the meditation, and it was very peaceful and relaxing, and I felt like tingling all throughout my body. So it was absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful. And Miss Parker, I think you came in at kind of at the end. So I don't know about
that wasn't me at the end. I came in pretty much not to the end because you were still going up in chakras.
Ah, okay. So were you able to have any sensations?
Yeah, so I never did ascending.
Mm,
And I guess I did. I don't know what I was supposed to experience because I never did ascending. I can tell you what I seen.
that would be great.
Okay. So when I shut my eyes because I visualize when I talk to help me remember.
Mhm.
So when you were talking about the angels come down, I seen two angels come down and go before me. Somewhere along the lines, you mentioned a pyramid and the clouds like came, and then a top of a pyramid like this came, and it just sat right in front of me like this black pyramid. It had actually like a gold ring around the top of it. Then you mentioned the light coming down, the spirit or something about a light, and the light just came down and went right through the top of my head, and then it went halfway through my body. And I took a couple deep breaths and I asked it, why was it stopping halfway? Why didn't it go through? And I breathed and then it went through.
Interesting.
And that's what I remember.
Yeah, super. So you did get a visual, like almost like a visceral reaction to it, which was, yeah, really terrific. All right, Joe. All right, so is there, now who on this side? Christina J. I think that might be Christina Jones. Was there anything you wanted to say, to comment? Okay. Christina's not answering. Donna, how about you?
I just got on, so I didn't get any of what you guys did earlier. I'm just
Oh,
listening in. Thank
okay.
you.
All right. James, I think came in at the end. Joe came in at the end. Kathy, or did we ask Kathy?
I'm here. This is Kathy.
Okay, Kathy, did you have any comments?
What I'd like to say is I came in late for this meditation and I was trying to unwind, so I was a little bit late. But I know when I first came here several months ago, Alice was doing prayers and things to all of the ascended masters and named them, and I was very moved because I used to do readings about the ascended masters, and my mom was a member of the Theosophical Society of America, and
Wow.
I used to listen to their presentations, and there's other things involving like these ascended masters that I used to do. So I was very moved, and I was very, I was very moved because it's hard to hear about this stuff anymore. I don't really run into this much anymore. And I have had moving experiences with meditation before, but the world always has called me back. It's very hard for me to maintain that level of awareness, etc. It's just there's so much vibrational, stuff, including my own temptations in this world. So that's all I'll say. I'm looking forward to learning more, and thank you for these meetings.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, you're so welcome. And the beauty is, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can tune in. And that's, I was told to start teaching on Zoom 5 years prior to COVID starting. And it was only because of COVID that we had to turn to Zoom. And I was so resistant to it because I kept saying, I don't need another job. I don't need another job. And I learned that I love Zoom. I absolutely, granted, yes, you don't have the same interaction that you did when you meet in person, but you can go literally around the world with people. Because occasionally I will have one of my clients from the Netherlands tune in, another one from England, and you know, hopefully Tia will tune in from Croatia when she goes there. So I'm just thrilled. I'm thrilled to be on Zoom and thrilled to offer this to you. Okay, let's see. Lakeisha, I think I called on you already, right? I think I called on you. Okay, Montien, I know you came in right at the beginning.
Yes. So I felt and still feel the presence of God, and I got a little distracted because there was another meeting that I had to take like halfway through. But when you did a personal healing with me, it was right before my son-in-law transitioned. And it was such a beautiful experience because he had a brain injury and he was in a lot of pain. And he was in that way for 11 months.
Mm.
And then he transitioned 4 days later, which I'm so happy because I could feel him in the presence of God as we were doing this meditation. And although I miss him, I'm happy where he is. And I really just wanted to stay in that moment. I didn't want to be distracted by the things going on in my home. And I'm just so thankful to know that he's okay. And, you know, he knows that we miss him.
Yeah, yeah. Super. All right, Montien. Well, thank you. Well, and you can stay on for the rest of the presentation, right? Okay, because it is going to be just a general read, not a general reading, it's going to be a personal reading for each person. But I come from the lexicon that God puts my groups together. So what I give one person will apply to basically others. And so every person is going to have something to share. I mean, there will be information to share that will affect every other person. And this is why I think the two, Yvonne and Tia, felt drawn to this, even though they didn't know why. You know, so anyway, because there's something here that's really important for you to hear. And I love doing this part. And my guides, you know, anytime I go into a fear space, my guides say, oh, for God's sakes, we do the work. You know, it's like they do the work. I'm just the vessel. I'm just the medium. Yeah, I mean, I'm just the vessel that the words come through. So I never really have to be afraid of anything. Let's see who else. Samantha I don't know if there's a Samantha. Hi there.
Yes, hi.
And I think you were on the whole time or most of the time.
Yeah, no, I was. I'm wondering actually if somebody else can go right now. I'm my roommate kind of just got back. I
Sure.
just need just a moment.
Oh, sure.
So,
all right.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Sorry.
I don't know. Truly, I don't know which one of you came on in what order, because people were coming through all the way through. So if there's anybody else in the background right now that's muted that would like to share, we're more than happy to listen. Okay. Otherwise, I think I might just start the I might just start the prayer a little bit early. And because I always run out of time and for the for the readings, and because I've done this several other times through Zoom too. And so, and there's quite a few people on the screen. So let's again, I'm going to, I know I did this for the meditation, but I am going to connect us all and bring us to a place of just peace and harmony with the prayer of connection. So again, very gently close your eyes Take a deep breath in. And exhale. And just visualize the fact that your crown is open and that you now have the Spirit of God moving through you. And whether this is for yourself, your family, your significant others, a very small group of friends, or whether you are supposed to influence the world, just know that you will be given every single thing you need. You will be given the words. You will be given the tools. You will be given the people. You will have a space within which to reside, a place to call home, no matter where you are, no matter where you go. And just know that those of you, and there are quite a few of you on this call today, that have a very important mission in life, have a mission that is of service, service to others, service of healing, service of giving, service of sharing. But also know that the most important person on this planet, in your sphere, is you. And you have to replenish yourself. You have to revitalize your own being. You have to be okay with what is asked of you, but still be okay with taking time for yourself and placing yourself first. Because everything, all the service that you're going to offer humanity is going to come through you. And you have to be in top physical form in order to manifest that service to others and to give it to others. You cannot give from a depleted self. You have to replenish your own reserves. You have to bring the best of you forward without you being so exhausted, so tired, so depleted that you are giving from need. And just know that God's energy within you is a bottomless well. God absolutely will replenish you and give you exactly what you need. But you have to ask for his help or her help. The God, the goddess are both open and available to us, but not without our asking for it. We absolutely receive only that which we ask for. We are creatures of free will, and we are not going to be encroached upon. We are not going to be given more than we can handle unless our egos interfere and somehow make us feel that we have to go beyond burnout and we have to ignore what it is that our body is telling us to do. So please, please, please know that Spirit is available to all of you. Spirit has an unbelievable amount of energy to share with you. But Spirit also will be there for you at any given time that you need. So take the time, replenish yourself, take the time for yourself. Do not feel you have to become a human doing. You are a human being. And it's in the words of God, be still and know that I am God. Those words apply directly to you. And now we can begin, and I will say our prayer of connection, and we'll start with Dear Mother, Father God, Divine Infinite Spirit, Source of all that is. We ask to be connected to you, to our higher self, and to each other. We ask for the assistance of the angels, the archangels, the ascended masters, the Reiki masters, but most especially Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Katumi, Saint Francis, Saint Germain, Saint Gabriel, Saint Raphael, Saint Michael, the Blessed Mother, the Divine Feminine, Mary Magdalene, Moses, Metatron, Melchizedek, Mohammed, and Kuan Yin. I ask that we be cleared, centered, aligned, balanced, and grounded, and that whatever come in for each of these beautiful souls that are on this call together, come in for each of our highest good. We ask all of this in the name of Jesus the Christ and in the name of I am. And I tend to be a person of habit, so I'm going to start with the first row first. So Sandy, we're going to start with you. Ask whatever question you want, and everybody will get a chance to ask one question. If you want more, I will be available. I'll make myself available tomorrow between a couple hours if there's something else that you need besides what comes out on this call tonight. So, and so what question would you like?
Well, I've got a little legal issue going in December, and I'm just wondering if you get any feeling on how it might turn out.
Are you represented by an attorney?
I've been trying to locate one.
Okay, everything is going to depend upon you lining up the correct attorney for yourself.
Okay.
So that is critical. Don't allow anybody to talk you into any kind of settlement that doesn't feel right to you. And this is not something you should be handling on your own.
Okay.
You should be going through with the help of an attorney. Does
Okay.
that make sense to you?
Yeah, I've talked to 2 attorneys, but I wasn't
good.
really satisfied with them. So it's
Keep looking, Sandy. You know, the thing is, you might call the legal counsel and just say, describe what your problem is. My
Okay.
husband did this, and for the state that you're in, and just say if they could recommend a range of attorneys.
Okay.
Just keep interviewing them. Okay.
Okay.
Everything is dependent on that.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Neil.
I didn't come on with the intention of having a specific question, so I wasn't really thinking of anything.
Do you want me to come back to you, or do you want me just to ask the guides what they want to tell you?
Yeah, just ask the guides.
Okay. All right. Let me, all right, this is, I'll just tell you what I'm hearing. You are a beloved being. You have a heart that extends to so many other people. But there are times where your generosity of spirit is not reciprocated. And you then take something to your heart, and it makes you feel at times like not exactly that your heart is broken, but it makes you feel awkward. But just know that you are meant to share from your openness. You are meant to share your talents. You are meant to share everything that you can, but not to the point of where you feel you're being taken advantage of. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's basically what I'm getting in a nutshell. All right. Thank you. Yvonne.
Yes, I would like to hear what the guides have to say. And I also have a quick question about a healing program in Florida.
Okay, great. All right. Have you kept up your, is it angelic resonance, angelic reconnective theory? Have you kept that going?
Do you mean reconnective healing and angel therapy?
Yes, yes. Have you kept up that? Have you kept it going?
No, I mean, I still do some work with the angels, but I've been so busy with the counseling work, I haven't been doing as much of the energy and
okay. They're totally specifically saying, don't let that go, because you invested a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of energy into that program. And you also, Yvonne, you have a very special connection to the angels. So they're, it's like I see 5 archangels around you. They're and they seem to kind of come and go. So it's not the same one. So that tells me that you have so many angelic beings that you can call on, and you can do it instantly. And do not give up on the counseling. You do use your intuitive sense for your counseling. So they're very, very pleased with that. But this rise takes you up a notch or 2 or 3 or 4. And it's one that you kind of, you know it's there, you can use it, but you tend to ignore it. So they're saying, no, don't do that. Okay. And go ahead and ask your question. Am I being clear enough on that to you?
Yes, very, very much so. Thank you. And
All
I'm,
right.
I'm such a lover of the angels, so it's mutual.
Yeah.
So my question is about a healing program in Florida, and the timing of my going, and just all the pieces sort of coming together, and just wanting sort of a nod from spirit that this is a good direction for me to go in.
All right. As soon as you started talking about that, I heard, don't do it. Is there something there that is a negative in your mind? There's got to be something that you're thinking of, this isn't right because they basically, I heard, don't do it.
Well, it's a significant investment.
Okay. Are you talking about like 3,000 or more?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't do it. Now, that's all I can tell you is don't do it. So if you want to do it, and override the guidance, obviously you have free will, Yvonne, but sit down with your own angelic team and see what it is that is out there that may be better for you for the same investment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I hope that helps. I know it's not the answer you wanted to hear, but it's what I get. So anyway.
I guess my other question about it is, how soon will I find that something other? Because, it's already been vetted by my doctor. And at one point I had a really strong yes. And then the yes kind of dissipated.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just getting no. I'm just getting absolute no. Total no. Just.
Do you get a timing for when something else would come in?
All right. The words I just got now, within 6 months. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Lakeisha, I'm gonna go this way. So.
Yes. I would like to know what the guys are saying, and I do have a question as well in regards to what's next for my spiritual journey, and I'm kind of lumping it in one. What's next for my spiritual journey, and what do I need to do to create my spiritual business? I just have I feel like when you were speaking earlier and going into prayer, I really feel like I have a mission to accomplish, and I've been going through some things, and I'm just trying to clear away some things, and I just need some clarity.
Okay, Lakeisha, what the words I'm getting is, what is your, like, what are you focusing on for your spiritual journey? What does that look like in your head?
Well, incorporating healing modalities, maybe spiritual counseling. I'm into tarot, so I'm just trying to. I'm just kind of all over the place with it, and yes.
Okay, take what I'm hearing for you is, you've got to become an expert in something that you feel the most comfortable with. And that's what you put your focus on. And that's what you're going to promote. And that's what you're going to use. And and that will give you, and it'll be like a laser beam and shining on that. So you really can't, if you're all over the place, it's like a shot, it ain't going to work. You're going to go, you have to go straight to the heart of something. So take one modality that you feel 100% comfortable with. Start promoting that and
Okay.
build on up from that. Does that
Okay.
make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, and you had another question?
What's next for me on my spiritual path?
Well,
What-
basically this
laser
focus, intent, choosing. I think they've already laid it out for you. Okay.
Okay.
Laser focus. Remember
Okay.
those words, laser focus.
Laser
Okay.
focus. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakeisha. And sir, you're in the middle now, the gentleman with the glasses. Did you have a question?
Sorry, were you talking to me?
Are you, it says users iPad with 2 on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's not what it says here. Let's see.
Ralph, are you on?
That,
Oh,
no,
okay.
that,
no,
that's not me. Okay.
that's not you. Okay, because I know you're Ralph. I know you from yesterday, so and the
Yeah.
day before and
Yeah.
everything. But all right, well, let's move on. Bethany, let's go with you.
Hi, I would just ask the guides what I need to hear.
All right, Bethany, there are times when you tend, okay, and I don't mean this in any offensive way, because this is, all I can do is just give you what I get. That you tend to be a doormat. You tend to be open and available to anybody who crosses your path and who gives you the time of day, but it is not in your best interest to always be there for them. So effectively, be discerning with your time, be selective with the people that you spend time with, and be and acknowledge your own self-worth to you, and you will reflect that to others, so that people will not take advantage of you, because they tend to, again, I'll just give you what the words I'm hearing, rob you of your free time. They tend to always use up every ounce of energy that you have. And that is sometimes very damaging to you. Does that make sense to you?
It does. It suggests that I continue with my investigation of codependency. For one, yeah. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
All right, that's great, Bethany. And we have a program every Monday night. The speaker is always different, and so you are. I think this is the first time I've seen you on, so it would be lovely if you would continue to come in, and it'll help strengthen your resolve. Put it this way, okay? Anne Marie,
Thanks so much.
thank you. Oh, unmute yourself, sweetie. Where are you?
There.
There
It's
you
on
go. It's on. No. You muted it again.
Okay.
There you
Okay.
go.
All right. I would just like to hear what the angels have to say.
Okay. Anne Marie, you are loved beyond belief. You have, I'll just give you what I hear. Nothing to worry about. You have passed so many tests that would have sunk another soul, but you have continued to take everything in stride, and you have always tried to make the best of every situation, and you really are now going to find that you are ready to start reaping rewards. And you will find that your health will recover, is recovering, not will recover, is recovering as you need it to recover. So you are not going, do not have to go into a fear space. You don't have to feel the worst about the possibility of this, that, and everything else under the sun. Just know that your whole angelic team, again, is just around you, loves you, is grateful for your presence, is grateful for the way that you negotiate and navigate through life.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
oh, you're welcome.
What a blessing. What a blessing. Thank you.
All right. And Tia.
I didn't know why I was coming, Alice. So I'm here. I'm open, and also just like, what can I expect on the other side of the ocean? So I'm grateful. Thank you, Alice.
Okay. What can you expect on the other side of the ocean? Again, Tia, I'm just going to give you what I hear. A few lumps. There's going to be a few blockages. There's going to be a few stumbling blocks. Not everything is going to go exactly as you thought. In a sense, you're prepared for that. You're kind of ready for that because you've come to detours before and you've had to change and switch. So it's nothing that's going to catch you so off guard that it's going to trip you. It will give you a way to be more resilient, to think faster on your feet. You'll always turn to your guides for, as you have in the past, for, like, all right, what does this mean? Ask them questions, listen for those answers, and see what downloads into you, and just know if something isn't fitting, it's the wrong thing. If something isn't working, that's not meant for it to work. And don't say, oh my God, now what? In other words, don't begrudge the stumbling blocks. Just don't begrudge it, because it's you've been so great about listening to your higher self, your angelic team, and you're doing it again and everything. So but this time you're doing it with a partner. So there's a big difference, because there's two of you that have to coordinate your decision making and everything. So that's really critical that you get. And I'm just thrilled you're here. I'm just absolutely thrilled. Because before you leave, I will set up an appointment with you too.
Yeah, I would love that. And so, yeah. Alice, with the bumps, is that once I'm over there or en route there?
It feels like once you're over there.
Okay, thank God.
Definitely.
Yeah, I can deal with it on the other side, Lord.
Yeah. No, you'll be settled. And okay. I mean, you'll be there. It's not getting there. That's the bumps. The bumps are coming. So
okay,
and everything. But nothing you can't handle. So okay. I'm just being constantly reassured. Nothing you can't handle, and everything. And thank you.
Thank you.
You two are a joy to behold, both of you. And Montien, you didn't get a chance to talk right now to ask a question, did you?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Okay, go ahead.
So I definitely would like to hear what the angels are saying, and I do have a question also.
Okay. And Montien, in terms of the angelic guidance, the only words I'm getting for you is, you are loved because you share love and give love and extend love in so many directions. But again, you have a tendency at times to, and I'll just use their words, freak out when you hear something that doesn't feel like, oh my God, it's a trauma, it's traumatizing. So learn to take trauma in stride. Learn to just kind of roll with the punches and not, like have your mind go into almost like a mental frenzy, because that's what I see it doing. And they don't want that, because again, you're very guided when you choose to ask for the guidance. And but you've got this thing of, I'll do it myself, I'll do without you, and you've got a huge independent streak. And that's, something that sometimes works against you. And so you really have to know that they're there to help you. They will help you, but you have to ask, okay? Instead of just freaking out because something is happening. All right, and your question?
So my question is, I've been on a season of transition, which I didn't fully embrace, but I'm learning to accept that it's part of my path that I'm on. But my question is, am I pursuing the path that I'm supposed to be on for this season?
And when you say for this season, are you just talking the immediate moment?
The immediate moment in terms of like what I'm doing right now and probably in the next year or so.
And what are you doing right this second? What are you following right now?
Right now, I've assumed a ministry position in my church, and I'm doing a lot. I'm doing a whole lot. And sometimes I wonder if I need to do less and study and focus more, or if I just need to keep on doing some of the things I have been doing.
It feels like less is more. Less is better. And when you say study and focus more, is that towards a degree? Are you working towards a degree of some sort?
Not at this time, but I feel like there is a degree I'm supposed to pursue.
I
a doctorate degree, actually. A doctorate degree. I'm supposed to pursue that doctorate degree.
So you have your master's already?
I do have my master's.
Oh, okay. Yes, and that feels absolutely correct. So rather than, because it feels to me like, I'm just looking at you energetically, it feels to me like you're sometimes running around in circles and you're doing the work of other people because they know you will. And they know you can, and they know you can. And so they'll kind of like shrug it off themselves to you. And then you'll pick up the slack and you're going to do it, but it's to your detriment. So you absolutely are not to make that your focus. Pursuing the doctorate, I'm getting huge yes, but not this ministry part.
Okay, thank you.
Something with that ministry that it's just taking you in the wrong direction. It's kind of like making you into almost like a paper slave, if that makes any sense.
Paper slave. That's interesting.
Well,
okay.
Paper, just too much paperwork. So.
Thank you.
All right, Sudie. Hope that helped. And Tim.
Hi, Alice.
Hi there. Another dear friend from the past.
Yeah.
Yvonne knows Tim.
Yep.
And Joe knows Tim. And James, I think, knows Tim.
Yes, James does.
And brought me here.
Oh, lovely. That's right, James. You're right. I remember that. Okay. Any questions, Tim?
Well, I'm actually thinking of changing a friendship into something more that I've pushed off for years. So I don't know if it's the right move or not.
Okay. I got a big neon lights. Go for it.
Oh, all right.
All right. Neon lights, big one. So
Yay.
really, Tim, you deserve it. You owe it to yourself. The thing is that this is something that is going to be give you just I know you have a full life. It's not that you're lagging in anything. You do have a full life, but this will give you another measure of something to love that is above and beyond what you
Right,
have now.
right. Yeah, it's not out of a need or anything because I'm
Exactly.
content, but
Exactly.
it would be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and absolutely go for it.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Right.
Well, and after I officiated a wedding, I'm thinking about maybe doing more of that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, because that when I saw you there with your in your stole and everything with your hands out, I thought, well, that's Christ, so
Yeah.
I saw that on Facebook. So that was really beautiful.
I had a lot of comments that they thought I was a professional doing that and that I was a natural.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
So,
I absolutely agree. So,
evidently, I hide how nervous I am.
Tim, it's thanks to you that I stepped into my role as an etheric surgeon, so, and because I was, we were supposed to do etheric surgery, and all I kept thinking was, I can't do that. And Tim says, well, I thought I couldn't do it either last week. And here I am, or last month. And here I am. And it was in the process of doing etheric surgery. I saw myself literally gowned with the gloves, with the mask, with everything, and performing etheric surgery. So anyway, but no, you in every respect, you're totally not only are you capable of doing all this, but you have all right, this is what I'm hearing. You've prepared yourself in multiple lifetimes by having been a priest in more than once. So everything that you're going to do as you do the marriages, you'll call on, past experience.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, and we'll go down to Joe.
There you go. I've got so many questions. I don't know what I'm going to focus on.
Get one.
Yeah.
Choose your most important one.
I've noticed people manage to kind of get a little bit more in.
Oh, and put it this way, as long as it's 8 o'clock and there's still a lot of people to cover. I do want to be fair to everybody.
Okay. Well, maybe real short answers to a couple of these. Car thing, $4,000 in damage. Was that vandalism, a tanker truck, somebody's mistake? If it was vandalism, where, so I can avoid that? Any insight?
You mean you had a car that was hit
with vandalized, or something happened by mistake? Something went very wrong inside, and nobody can explain it except maybe vandalism. But I'm just seeing what spirit has to say, because
all right. So Joe, just I want to visualize the car. What happened to the car? Basically, what happened to it?
Well, I know what happened to it. I want to know who caused it. Was it a mistake or vandalism?
When you say a mistake, did you have an oil change that did not, in other words, did they forget to put the oil in it and then you ran into something?
Oh, I'm afraid we're going to take too much time on this one. So maybe we'll just let this one go and I'll pursue it, because I think my spiritual journey is the most important.
Okay.
I thought that would be a real quick flash.
No.
We'll let that go.
That's pretty complicated. And that has something to do with your energy field.
Oh my goodness.
So I might have to pursue that with you separately.
Okay. Next steps in my spiritual journey. what to
Well,
focus on.
yeah, you're taking them, Joe. You have continuously done the things that you felt were right for you, and they are, and everything that you do is taken in kind of methodical order. You don't waste your time with stuff that you feel isn't going to work for you. So you really are very, very selective about where you put your time, where you put your energy. And I don't see that anything that you're doing should be corrected. It's what you're doing is absolutely fine, because I think you're listening to your guides. I think you listen to spirit. I do think the car had something to do with your energy field. So you really have to, we have to explore that, but that's probably like you said, maybe that would take too long. So if there's time at the end, maybe we can cycle back to that.
Thank you.
Does this make sense to you?
The last part is great to be on track. I like that. About the car energy field, goodness, yeah, I'm very, very curious about that, because the mechanic can't explain it. So
okay, yeah, there's and chances are we'll have time to recycle back to you.
Thank you.
So
thank you so much. And one quick question: this is still recording?
Yeah.
Reiki, is that what you wanted? I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Feel constrained about the questions. That's all. Okay.
Oh, well, then if you don't want it recorded, anybody who doesn't want to be recorded, we can put you at the end, and I'll shut it off.
Okay, thanks. Moving on.
Okay, good. Ralph.
No specific question, but I'd love to take a message from my guides.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Ralph, we love you. We are so encouraged that you are taking our nudges to move you. Had you been resistant in the past about doing anything spiritual, because they're like just going almost gaga about the fact that you are paying attention to what they tell you to do?
Yeah, I just retired recently, and so I'm no longer overworked and preoccupied. So
okay, good. Thank God, because I think when you say overworked, you were working yourself into an early grave, and I think you knew that.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were the ones who encouraged you, get out, get out, get out. Mm-hmm. And you paid attention to that. And so now everything that you're doing is kind of like you're just following your heart. You're just following where your own guidance wants to take you. And that's all because of them. That's all because of the way they're pushing you towards everything like this. So they're just absolutely thrilled. They're ecstatic with you. They're actually giving you a high five right now. And it's like when I look up here above your head, there's there's like a cocktail party with they're toasting you. Really, really happy that you are paying attention, and
thank you.
you're so everything you're doing is on track. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome, Christina. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm just open to receiving anything that my guides have to say. So.
Okay. All right. I'm supposed to give you yours privately. So is it okay if you stay at the end? Sure. Christina, and I'll put you in a waiting room. Okay. And everything. So they just say basically totally private for you. Oh, Carol's on. Thank you.
Did you call me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And
Yeah, I would like to know what my guides and angels are thinking. I do find life at this cross section on Earth and pretty difficult with the cultural, with the so much polarization in and kind of loss of freedoms in our country. But I'm finding myself pretty sad about the situation. I'm talking medically and COVID and vaccines and all that, but that's like the icing on the cake for like, what the heck is going on this planet?
Okay.
But I'd really like to know what I feel pretty lonely. So I'd love to know what my angels and guides are thinking or seeing or feeling.
Okay. In your case, Carol, what they're asking is that you refocus your thoughts, because basically you are one of Mother Earth's protectors. You are here to shed light on her needs, her wildlife, her land, her soil, her, everything. And the more sadness you feel, the more sadness you convey to others. So effectively, they want you to switch that. They want you to, instead of bringing forth and reacting to what is out there. We all know what is, and sometimes it looks like hell, but instead ask for just the light of grace to shine in through you, because that's what you do best. You actually take grace and you distribute it to Mother Earth with your prayers, with your thoughts. But you can't do it when you're enveloped in sadness. You can't do it if you're enveloped in grief or mourning or things like this. So you really have to almost like do a 360-degree switch in your thinking. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I mean, I do see, because I do have a heavy heart around this, so I can see that. But how does one deal with being such a stranger in a strange world at this moment, as many people are in their own ways? But it's like, I don't recognize what I'm seeing. And I'm not just talking climate wise, I'm really talking this whole other climate situation.
Okay.
I find it very freaky.
Okay. I'll just give you the words I'm hearing. Recognize the perfection of all things, and the fact that even though it may, all right, I'm just going to lead in with an example of where I can just tell you clearly. I always begrudged Bush sending, doing the two wars, the war in what was it, Iraq, and the war in Afghanistan. I always begrudged that. And until this year, my guides finally got tired of hearing me, complain. And they finally said, did you ever stop to think of the fact that the Afghan people for the first time got a taste of freedom? That they absolutely recognized, especially the women, what it was that they could, what their potential was as human beings, that they would not have had that opportunity had that war not been declared and America had not given them 20 years of that freedom. So now they're going to effectively do that, and they're going to push for their own freedom. So because they're going to be prevented from having any freedom. And so that kind of just totally switched it for me. And it's amazing, because in one sense, the internet opened up a lot of eyes to people, but in another sense, a lot of people feel that they have to come here to the United States, where instead of doing it in their own land, fighting for that freedom in their own land. But you are a light bearer, you're a light bringer, and you have the responsibility to shed and bring more light. So you really do take that very seriously, because I think there is a part of you that knows that and gets that. I mean, like even the prayers that you say, you just bring in so many aspects of Mother Earth that it's just so delightful to hear that. Everything. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I mean, I have to deal with my own feeling of sort of betrayal.
Yeah.
That I don't know what to do with, but I do believe in the other with my whole soul and feel sort of crumpled by what's happening.
Yeah, yeah. But just ask them to give you a different perspective. Ask them to show it to me differently, so that I can see it from another angle. Okay.
Thank you, Alice.
All right. You're welcome. Let's see. Miss Parker, did you have a chance to ask a question?
I didn't yet.
Okay.
And I didn't know I was going to be here tonight because I just signed up for the class tonight at 6:17. So something called me here at the last minute. I'm just going to ask my guides and my guardians to just give me the message, whatever you have to hear or say tonight, because like I said, I didn't plan on being here, so something led me here.
Okay. Do you have a habit that is harming you, like smoking, or are you ingesting anything that any meds that to excess? Are you doing something that's hurting your body?
Maybe medication.
Okay. They really is that for pain? Is that
not really, I guess. No, I wouldn't say for pain.
Okay. Is it something that diet can take care of?
Maybe life could take care of.
Okay. Well, there's something about changing your lifestyle. They want you to change your lifestyle. They want you to just look at what it is that you're doing to yourself that's actually hurting you and hurting your body, and changing that, because that part is in your control. They're not telling me what it is, but that part is in your control. And so you absolutely can do things differently for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Again, does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And let's see. Was there anything else?
I just, and I don't know, I'm kind of new to this, so I wasn't sure if I'm doing what I should be doing or learning the right way, I guess, or.
Okay, all I hear is
over practice or over study or over try to learn or over read. I don't know.
Well, you can overthink things, yes, for sure. But education to me is like everything. So at any time that you are interested in learning something new, absolutely continue, go with it, just do, pursue it. Don't stop at midpoint and say, well, this doesn't make sense to me. I think you have a tendency to give up before you completely go through a program. So that's a real source of frustration. Something is keeping you from achieving what it is that you want in your life because of the fact that you don't follow through. You don't get the degree, you don't, finish the program, you don't follow through. And as a result, you're keeping yourself frustrated. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. At this point, I don't even know who I haven't called.
I have a question.
Oh, great. And give me your name, sir.
James.
James. Okay.
Usually I'm just saying, pass me on a message from Spirit, but I actually do have a question today, so I'm happy to share. Thanks in advance.
Great.
There are 3 things new for me right now: my living situation, school, and my new job. What can I be told about any or all of those 3 things?
Okay,
that are
so
for me?
new. So you said living situation.
Mhm.
What's wrong with it? Something doesn't feel right.
I was thinking nothing's wrong with it. It was an improvement.
Did you want something? Did you want something better, James? Were you after more privacy? Were you after something else beyond what you have?
I don't think so, actually. I was less focused on that than the others.
Okay. Well, let's and tell me the others. What were the other 2?
New school and a new job.
New school,
Yeah,
meaning a new.
studying OT.
Oh, great. And the new job is, all right, there you're getting kudos for OT. You know, lots of kudos for that. The new job, is it related to OT or not yet?
Sort of.
Okay. And so it feels like you're going in the right direction on this, but something about the living situation, there's still is the rent too high for you? Is that what it is?
No, not that I thought. It seems fair to me.
Okay. Are you sharing a space with other people? Or are you by
Yeah.
yourself?
Yeah, it's a big house. There are quite a few people here.
Okay, I think that's it. I think that that's what they're keying in on, is that even though you at this moment in time that you may find this is ideal for you, but you're going to find that the witchmajig, that the living situation, the lack of privacy is going to wear at you. So
Wear at me.
yeah, just be prepared for that and guard your privacy. They're real adamant about that, for you to guard your privacy. And because you absolutely do need to have yourself, I mean, you just have to be at times by yourself. You know, it's like your soul craves it, it demands it of you. It, you know, where, and if you're always in a group, you're not going to be happy, and you're not going to know why you're not happy. But that's so please absolutely guard against that kind of you know, invasion of privacy. Okay.
Noted.
Does that make sense?
It does. I wouldn't have even been looking out for it if you hadn't mentioned it. So I'm glad I asked.
Okay, great. Yeah, because that was really the only thing that of the 3 that they keyed in on immediately was, you know, that the living situation. So because the rest is fine. You're absolutely on the right track. Okay. Yay. Thank you. All right. All right. Go ahead. The gentleman with the iPhone. And I think you're off mute, right? Yeah. No, it says you're on mute now.
Hi, Alice. I also have a question too.
Okay.
I have once after that's what the guy this question is over.
Okay. Well, he's I can't hear him. Maybe he could write it in the chat box. Do you know how to write it in the chat box? That's a good point, Carol. Okay. All right, Samantha, let's while we're waiting, go ahead. Go ahead with yours.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, no. So it was, first off, it was a beautiful meditation. And I just want to say beautiful energy. That's what's so, and definitely kept me grounded. And I've been told I'm an empath. So I'm just wondering on any sort of guidance on that. And any sort of guidance on getting going in back into the workforce. Right now, it's been kind of challenging, and just with also healing with any relationships also. And,
well, that's not one question, sweetheart.
Okay, I don't know.
One question.
I don't know. I'm just trying to just kind of just throw it out so as to kind of
Okay.
which is the main question, really
more,
kind of
more important.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is in terms of the main question needs to kind of be geared towards.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just giving you some ideas as to what is on my mind. So
Talking points, in other words. Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
All right, Samantha. Let me just see what the angels want to tell you. I guess stability is most critical for you right now. You're a little bit on shaky ground. Did you lose your job, or is your job changed?
I did during the pandemic. Yes.
Okay. Were you in the restaurant industry? Were you a caretaker? Were you a teacher?
Yeah, I was actually all of those.
Okay.
Yeah, I had done all of those jobs. Yep.
And it's everything right now is opening. I mean, yes, slowly it is opening up, and there are many, many, many jobs that are available, but you have to put yourself out there. You know, a job isn't going to come flying towards you. You have to go look for it, but choose the one that you feel is the best for you, because
so just particularly for real estate, that's my question.
Okay.
So if that is what the guidance that now we're focusing on, that's my question.
Okay. So have you passed the exam? Have you taken the exam?
No, I have a course, I have the books, I have the school that I'm looking towards right now to get into. So just some guidance on that.
Yeah. Go through, select a company that you admire, that offers help with the course. The course is very challenging. You have to pass it. You can't, that's your first thing. It also is designed to trip you up because it asks ridiculous questions, and they hinge on like the difference between one word, like may and might. And so they're very, it can be very, very difficult to pass it, but choose the company. I absolutely see that you would be fantastic as a real estate broker. You have the personality, you have the talent, you've got the kind of like the stamina for it because of all the other jobs that you've taken, that you had. So it's kind of like everything that you've done in the past, you were able to channel into that, and you gave you just had a wonderful way of relating to people. You know, you're very personable, and you absolutely will be a success, but you got to pass the class. You got to pass the
Okay.
course. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And you have to take the course seriously. You cannot, you know, just, oh, well, I'll study tomorrow. No, not going to happen. You've
Yeah.
got to take it seriously. That, which means studying every single day until you get it. Because I think it's into 3 sections, and you have to
Yeah.
get 75% on each section
Yeah.
to pass. So
Yeah.
all right. So and I feel that that would be a fantastic place for you to put your energies, and also the by going with a company that you like, that you respect, you will be able to have a the kind of help that you need, and you'll want to because especially in the beginning, there's long hours with sometimes very little reward. And you've got to like hold open houses, you've got to build up a client base and everything, but your company will train you to do that. So,
Yeah.
okay. Does
Yeah.
that help?
Yeah, I actually, the message is interesting. Before I asked this, I saw he was like a grandfather figure to me.
Yeah.
And he said, ask about real estate. And he was a real estate agent. So he said, ask about real estate. So that was like, because I actually wrote down like topics I wanted to talk about. And like, that was like the topic. So that's
Excellent.
interesting. Yeah.
Excellent.
That
Super.
came through.
Super,
Yeah.
Samantha. You're absolutely in the right direction, moving in the
Yeah.
right direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Susan, did I get to you? Did I ask you, did you have a chance to ask a question? Oh,
Here we go.
here.
Yep.
All right. We can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
No,
my microphone is on.
No, you're fine. This gentleman, he keeps trying to get to me. I can't hear him. I don't know what to do.
Send him a note.
Okay, from Christine Fox. I think it may be a female. Four. Huh. I don't know. We can't hear you. All it says is iPhone. So it doesn't have a name there.
It would show up as iPhone in the participant list, I think.
Correct. It shows up as iPhone, but it doesn't. And it's open. It's ask to unmute. Okay, it's open. Huh.
You just unmuted or asked me to unmute. So I'm gonna mute again, but I just wanted to let you know.
Who is talking? Because I don't have a clue.
This is Bethany with a B. It has a big B on it.
Okay. Bethany. Huh. Wow. This poor Jen, you know, I don't know what to do.
All right, iPhone.
Yeah.
Place pin. He has a technical issue.
There's something's wrong that I cannot hear you
can't
at
fix it.
all. I am so sorry. There's a technical issue there, but anyway, Susan, go ahead. No,
okay.
I can't hear you.
I'm going to go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like I'm not going in the right direction. I think I need to let go of some things, and maybe I am going in the right direction and it's just a bit mysterious. So I'm just kind of looking for general guidance.
Okay.
So, you know, what I should be focusing on. I've got so many things going on.
All right, Susan, what I'm getting for you is, I think similar to what I've said to probably Samantha, just, and maybe a couple other people. You're the words I'm getting for you immediately are you're too scattered. Your energy is too dissipated. It's you have to choose, prioritize. So you choose what you want in order of priority. Then you go and you focus and you say what is important versus, you know, what can be put off. And then you develop an action plan. Okay, because when I look at you energetically, I see buckshot. You know, it's like, okay, there's a lot of holes out there, but you know, there's so you have a lot of interest. You could go in many, many directions, but that's not good. You know, that's not good for you to do this, because your energy is going to get weaker and weaker and weaker. Does that make sense to you?
Complete sense. And do you see a kind of one at a time dropping things, or a major kind of dropping a bunch of stuff?
Put it this way. You can probably expunge. This is going to sound weird. Start with 25% of what's in your life and move up to 75%, because you have so many things that you can let go of that are in your control to let go of. But
that's why I asked, because I was thinking it would be more towards 75%.
yeah, because
I
think I was being kind when I said start with 25%, because it's like, for example, if you're a hoarder, where do you start cleaning? You know, how do you start cleaning out? Well, the same thing when you're scattered like this. You've got to start weeding out. You've got to focus on one thing at a time. One thing.
As opposed to focusing on what you're getting rid of, you want to focus on what to keep.
What you're after. That is correct. That is correct. So choose that and then build up from there.
Thank you.
Okay? Susan, really, it's so critical, but you can do it. You can absolutely do it. So anyway, how are we going to take care of iPhone? How are we going to, can you type it? Can you type your question? In the chat box? Let's see. Let me see what's in the chat box. I think how about just offering him what his angels would like to know? Good idea, Carol. Okay. Maybe he could write it in the chat box. Because Christina, I can just, I think.
When you get a chance, can I go?
Yes. Did we just hear you? I just heard you.
This is Jane.
Oh, for God's sakes. Jane, I didn't recognize you.
Oh, I got a haircut.
Oh, no wonder. I didn't recognize you. And we couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Because I couldn't get the other one working, so I'm on my phone.
Okay, good. Because I was going nuts. I kept, thinking, I can't hear you. No matter what you do, I can't hear you. And
Sorry.
Everything. So yeah. So and I know you did that mean fourth try, fifth try? So that's kind of what I felt you were doing. Is I keep trying.
Oh, I see. No, I was kind of waving and going, here I am.
Yeah. No, I couldn't hear you. I just couldn't hear you. All right, sweetie. So go ahead.
Well, I recently made a decision what I think I want to do with the rest of my life. And I want to get feedback from the angels and the guides.
Is the decision one that you made by yourself, or did your husband have some input in it?
No, it just came to me. If he might have been on the, I mean, he's on the other side. He might have had some influence. It didn't feel that way.
It didn't feel like he was in with you on that decision?
No.
Okay. All right, run it by him.
Run it
All
by
right?
my husband.
Yeah, run it by your husband. And in your conversations with him, just run it by him. And because there's something about your decision that maybe is not the best for you.
Okay.
And he will have an opinion on that because of just the way you lived your life and how close you were and how much respect you had for each other. So run it by him.
Okay.
And then if you want to discuss it with me further, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll be glad to.
Okay.
So, all right.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Let's see. I think Sandy, I think Christine Folks is on here. Christine, did you want a question?
Sure.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, sweetie. I know I know I saw your name come in because at this point, I don't know who I've called on, who I haven't called on.
Well,
So,
make sure you've reached everyone else first, because you know
all
me.
right. Yeah, because I absolutely know you. So, all right. Okay.
I was gonna say Donna's hand's been up for a long time.
Donna.
Okay. Yeah, do Donna.
Donna.
And anyone else
Donna
first.
Parsons. Okay. Where's Donna?
Yeah,
Hi
hi,
there. Oh, I'm sorry. I never saw a hand.
that's fine. Okay, so my question is, how do you feel about my book and what's next on my consulting journey?
Okay. How do I feel about your book? The name of your book is?
Mental Health, a guide for supporting a friend that is struggling. The title is Mental Health. The subtitle is A Guide to Support a Friend that is Suffering with Mental Illness.
A guide to support a friend that is suffering with mental illness.
Yes.
Okay. Very needed. Very, very needed in the industry. Do you know anything about marketing a book?
Not really.
Okay. This is where you're going to have to educate yourself. It's
Okay.
one thing to print a book. I mean, it's one thing to write a book. It's another thing to print a book, but to market a book is a whole different skill set. And you're just going to have to go into the computer and invest as much time as you possibly can on that before you give up. So don't, because your book is extremely important to the welfare of humanity, but getting it out there is going to be the trick.
Got it.
You know,
Okay.
so and everything. But in terms of what it has to offer, it's dynamic.
Okay.
You know, it's a very, very important book,
Okay.
Donna. So, and don't get discouraged by the that, oh my God, this is hard. This is hard. This is hard. This is hard. Yes, it is. Marketing a book is going to be the most difficult thing you'll ever do in your life. But if you want that book to sell, you're going to have to do it. You know, and the internet will give you lots and lots and lots and lots of ideas. And do you have a full-time job?
I do.
Okay. So you kind of have to do this on evenings and weekends
Mhm.
or spare time of any type. And you just have to do it, Donna. There's no way around it. You just have to do it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. But in terms of, is it important? Absolutely, it's important. Is it
Okay.
beneficial? Completely. Very, very, very well written.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So I think Christine will go to you.
Sure. Has everyone else gone?
I don't know. I know Christina is at the end because hers is
Okay.
private.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Perfect. Then I think I'm pretty sure you probably know what I'm interested in. If there's a
Well,
timeline, if there's a date, if not, then whatever they want to tell me at this point.
okay. Is there a timeline? The only thing I'm getting is it's coming soon. They won't give me a
Of
specific
course.
date.
How
We
about this?
know
Is
it's
it
coming
before
soon.
is it before the year is out? Can they say at least that?
Yeah, absolutely. The word I got is absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I can live with that.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, they admire your patience. They
Mhm.
admire your diligence. They admire and they know that this is frustrating you no end, but they also have to remind you how
Mhm.
important it was for you to be here at this
Yes.
moment in time for the people in your life,
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
who are important to you. So,
Absolutely.
so really, Christine, and it's like I feel like they're all sitting here on top of my head, just telling me, don't get discouraged, don't give
Yeah.
up, don't get, don't feel like you have to answer to the naysayers, don't feel like you have to tell people, oh well, I've got, I
Mhm.
am not going to meet this goal. You are going
Yeah.
to meet it, and because this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. You are supposed to be doing this. So,
Yeah.
and do you want to share? I'll let you do it with whoever is listening in as to what the goal is that we're talking about.
Sure. Yeah. So if I can say it as eloquently as you would, probably not. But right now, I started a nonprofit called the Ambassadors of Healing Foundation. And so I'm currently waiting and hearing back from some grants and some funding for that. And basically, what I'm going to be doing is going overseas and working with some other on the ground organizations and places like India and Africa, and bringing, helping them to heal their minds, the communities that they serve. So working with people with traumas such as like human trafficking trauma, sexual violence, all kinds of conflict, insurrectionist, trauma, all of that, and helping them to heal, teach them to heal themselves and provide them with healings and to heal their mind so that they can, start to turn inward and heal from those traumas and just be better stewards with their life and know that there's more out there than just, the trauma that they've experienced.
Super.
I hope I said that.
Yeah, super. Yeah, Christine, it's
Working on that elevator pitch.
yeah, just hang in there. That's
Yeah.
a final farewell shot for you. Hang in
Yeah.
there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And anybody in the background that has a question?
My sweet boy. Say hello.
Al, what's the name of that book you mentioned earlier?
Oh, the Ascension Manual.
Okay.
The complete Ascension Manual, How to Achieve Ascension in This Lifetime. Joshua David Stone. Complete Ascension Manual, book 1. He's got 15 of them. So really, really just this one probably has about as much as you're going to need for in terms of stuff. Okay, so I think this is just a what we're going to do. There's so many people on on here, but I think I've got everybody because no one else has come forward that they've had. So Joe, you had one more. I think you had one more question that you wanted to ask, right? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, it was about, you said something about my energy field had
Oh,
caused the issue with
the car. Okay, so what happened to the car? Because it's related to your energy field, which is
Okay,
crazy.
they thought maybe I put diesel in the car by mistake, and I know flat out 100% I did not. Oil got into the gas, the fuel pump, the catalytic converter, all through the engine. It was $4,000 worth of work to fix it. And they don't have an explanation if I didn't put diesel in the car. And any vandal who's going to, for one thing, it's hard to, I don't usually leave my car unlocked for them to unlatch the door to the gas. I have no clue, but it just boggles my mind.
Okay, the words I'm getting, Joe, for you is that there's something wrong with the catalytic converter, that there's like a leak.
The car only has 19,000 miles on it, and usually those
Doesn't matter.
go up to 50,000.
Yeah, doesn't matter. This should be completely covered. This is a mechanical failure. This is something that should have been done by whatchamajig, by the manufacturer. This is a mechanical failure.
So what does my energy field have to
do with this?
Yeah.
Food. Fuel is the food of the car. What foods are you eating right now that are not right for you?
Huh. Well, I'll examine that. It could be, I've cut back on my Isogenics energy drink. I've cut that back a lot. I don't know if you get a hit on that. That's the only thing I can think of, because I do see a nutritionist and I was told to cut back on that.
Okay, I don't know what Isogenics is. It chemicals?
No, Isogenics is the brand name. They make something, it has good stuff in it, but it might be too much for me. Licorice root and a bunch of green tea, things like that. It's supposed to give you energy in a healthy way, but I'm told me to cut back, which I am. Maybe they're saying cut back faster.
Okay. Yeah, the sense I have is take it, eliminate it.
I'm on my
Just
way.
eliminate it. Yeah, because and that would make sense because it's a drink, and the drink would be the same as the fuel. So one and really that's I don't know exactly what it is, how that happened, but that's a mechanical failure. It's an absolute mechanical failure. The car, what brand is it? What?
It's a Genesis, which is the Hyundai equivalent of a Lexus or BMW.
So Genesis is its own brand?
No, technically it's made by Hyundai, but it is Genesis, their top of the line equivalent, so that it's supposed to have all the bells and whistles and technology equivalent to a Lexus.
Okay, so Hyundai is they're trying to really make huge inroads in this market.
Yes.
And their reputation is really important to them. And you've got to make it clear to them that if they don't repair this car and give you something that is supposed to run correctly, because there's a flaw in something within internally, there is a flaw that caused this to happen. And it has nothing to do with you putting diesel in it, because I know darn well you wouldn't have done that.
Did they replace that part then? I mean, they replaced a hell of a lot of stuff. They might have replaced it.
that I put it this way, you'll know by the way it runs.
So I can wait for it to happen again, huh?
No, I mean, it's either going to run properly immediately or it's not.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So have they taken responsibility? Have they taken care of it, or do they expect you to pay the $4,000?
Geico stepped in and covered a lot of it with comprehensive. So I did not end up paying much of it. And you'd think Geico would pursue it if they thought it might be mechanical, but I'll ask the Geico guy to consider that.
Well, again, it's if they took responsibility, if they repaired it, then all you really have to do is just take care and, make sure that it's okay before you take it very far away.
Okay, that's a little frightening to think it could happen again, because the car was lurching and carrying on, and I had to have it towed immediately. So I don't want to be thinking that could happen anytime and just, stop right there and get towed. All right, what you've given me is very helpful. Thank you, and I will
Okay.
contact Geico and see if they want to pursue that issue with them.
And put it this way, and whether they do or don't, that's not, as long as you didn't have to pay out of pocket $4,000, that would have been a travesty.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, and everything. So, but really, it's interesting how that fluid and the fluid that you're drinking it's kind of like one represents the other. So, and
Amazing
hopefully
the way these things works, the way spirit works and the way we get messages.
That's correct. That is correct. Yeah. And you know enough about that, Joe, to know that that's totally feasible. So anyway.
Bless you, Alice. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sweetie. All right. I think we are complete. It's 9 o'clock and we usually say our prayer. Let's just say a prayer with the people that are on the screen. If you want to be included in the prayer, just come on the screen and I won't call anybody off the side because really I think we'll have to finish up here. So, all right, take a deep breath in. And we thank you for this day. We thank the guides, we thank the angels, we thank the ancestors, and we thank the beings of light that came in for these readings. And the intent was to give every single person something that they needed to step forward with their life and to just make it easier for them to go on. And we ask for special prayers for the following: my son, my daughter-in-law, my grandbaby, my daughter's new husband, and his extended family, Mother Earth, her oceans, her lands, her sky, and the people that live on her, especially those that are in trauma and in fear, and those who hope for a better life and hope for peace and security. And Sandy, we'll start with you. Just throw in any intercessions for anybody that you'd like. Unmute yourself.
Sorry. My mother, a coworker who found out that she's got lung cancer. My son, my sister passed away in August, and for her husband and grandchildren to heal through this time. And that's all I'm asking for at this point.
Thank you. Anne Marie.
That everybody can feel that Blessed Mother and Holy Spirit are there with them every nanosecond of every day, loving them, protecting them, and guiding them. And for a friend who is in love with a person who has to work out many issues and may choose not to do so, the heartbreak that it's bringing to her.
Thank you. Important. Ralph.
My family, my son's path in life and healing, and my daughter, and extended family, and blessings to all of creation as well. Thank you.
Thank you. And Jane.
Everything you mentioned, Alice, but also to my sister that's really struggling with her health. My granddaughter, Giselle, is learning a lot about so much of her mental, emotional, and physical health. And my family, general family, my friends, the earth. I could go on, but I'll leave it at that.
Thank you. Tim.
Yes, I asked to have my brothers and their families included, my daughters and their families included, and especially little Timothy, who's going to be due in January. So I think that's about it.
Oh, thank you. Joe.
Prayers for Jason, who's 4 years old and facing a critical heart surgery. My family, sisters, brother, and their families, and Rocky and Zen.
Thank you. Thank you. And Susan.
For my friends, Elaine and Susan, who are struggling with health and other challenges. For my church that is struggling to reform after the COVID isolation. And for the state of Virginia, which has an election coming up, that election may result in more humanitarian political figures in our state.
Thank you. Tia.
I'd like prayers for my husband and I as we travel, of course, and our dog Lulu, who's super important. That's the equivalent of our child. My friend Rad at work, another friend, Jacqueline at work, who is leaving the company. And I would like prayers for the founder and owner of the company that I work for in this major transition that she's undertaking.
Thank you. Bethany.
I'd like prayers for my husband with whom I'm separated, who has just had a heart transplant. I'd like prayers for my family, for my friends who some of them have some significant health problems. I'd like prayers for myself that my MS is soothed. And I'd like prayers. I'm thinking about how angry everybody is lately, everybody, everywhere. And I'd ask healing for that.
Thank you. And Miss Parker.
I'm just asking prayers right now. Only thing on my mind is mental health and homelessness.
Thank you. Christine.
I would like to ask for healing for my dad, my grandmother, for Alice, for Barb, for everyone here tonight, and for Gaia and anyone else who needs it. Thank you.
Thank you. And Carol.
I'd like to ask for myself and my husband, for Beanie Bird and Buddy Bird, and for truth and peace and love and light for all of us here on earth, and the blessing of all beings, of all life forms here on our precious planet. And that the things that come, the things that are being done here that are harmful to our precious planet are brought to light, brought to consciousness, cared about, and changed, because they can't be. Thank you.
Thank you. And we thank the collective. We thank the Elohim. We thank the ancestors. We thank Abraham. We thank every single being of light that guides us, even those that are new to their roles as major guides on this planet. And we ask the I Am presence within us to awaken, to strengthen, and to always be there and in the forefront of our mind, so that we are reminded that we too are a little piece of God, and that for us, nothing is impossible, just as for God, nothing is impossible. We ask all of this in the name of Jesus the Christ and in the name of I Am. Amen.
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 Thank you, Alice.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Alice, I'm going to be a part of your weekly session, if that's okay, Sue.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. And you had a message to give to me.
God, yeah, I do. This came from one of the archangels. I don't know which one, but that you absolutely do not have lung cancer.
Oh, thank you.
So
Michael, it's Michael.
I felt it was Michael, but I wasn't 100% certain.
Oh, Alice,
You
you
know.
don't know how relieved I am. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So anyway, that came in through the middle of last night. You know,
Fantastic.
So. All right, sweetie. Okay, and goodbye to all of you.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
It's lovely to see you again.
you're
And
so welcome.
you had said something about you being available tomorrow. Can you just say something about that?
Probably between 2 and 4 p.m. I'll be in the office working, and so if anybody wants to call in at that time, you know, you could call in.
How do we reach you?
703-625-7089. That's my cell phone.
7089.
Right.
625-7089.
Right.
Okay. Thank you so much. It was lovely to see you.
You're
again.
so welcome.
And blessings to everybody.
Bye-bye now.
Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone.
Alice.
Thank you, Alice.
All of God's love and joy to you and your husband.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's such a sweet
Good
remark.
night.
Good night.
Good night. Sleep tight.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
good night.
Good night. Good night, Sammy.
Thank you. So you have this every week?
Oh, no, hon. I speak once a month. And this was the day that like next month is just going to be a meditation for the chakras, but not a reading. I don't do a free reading I mean, I absolutely could, but I think people get what they need, hopefully got what they needed today. So
definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have my puppy right now, so I'm walking him. So, okay. What was the information? That's what. So is it the same information? That's what, like, tonight is once a month?
No. Every single week there is this is a part of Rays of Healing service. Every single week there is a different speaker.
Oh,
and
okay.
I come in usually once a month on the third Monday. But not with, with a different topic.
Oh, okay. That's so wonderful. You have a beautiful energy. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Sammy. Take care.
Everything you said tonight, Alice, was so important.
Thank
Really
you.
was totally critical and just really right into the soul. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. And because all I had to do was just listen to what came in. I mean, and the beauty is that there were so many people I didn't know. There were a few that I knew, but there were so many that I didn't know. So I just have to trust what I get for the,
Oh, it was beautiful
you
because
know.
it was so right on every time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, guys. And hopefully Christine's in the background somewhere.
What did you say your the phone number is? Is that your for the link, like for your like for events or something?
Well, it's my cell phone. And like I said, I'll be in the office tomorrow between 2 and 4 p.m.
Okay. Okay. Well, okay. That's great. Okay.
All right.
What was the number?
703 625 7089.
625 70.
Right.
Okay. That's great. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye now.
Thank you. Okay. Okay.
I don't know if
Okay.
Hello, Alice, can you hear me?
Yes.
I don't know if Kathy and the other lady still logged on. I don't know if you can see in the chat, I had wrote you a question like 8:43 a long time ago and you never responded. I didn't know if you had seen it.
No, I never, I can't be talking and doing what I'm doing and read the chat. It's impossible.
So when you had asked about I had wrote, I don't know if you can read it now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
When everyone is done, I'd like to ask a question in private. I don't want to explain in front of the class. Yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely
but the other people are still logged on just because we don't see them. I don't know. They're still on. And maybe if.
Wow. Can I, you know what, is there that I can put, I don't know what to do with that.
Maybe you could do a breakaway room that would just they would still be on the screen, but only you would be able to hear me if you did a breakaway room.
Oh, okay, I can do that. So I can just put you in the breakaway room.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, breakout room. Okay. Choose one, create one. Okay, 4 participants per room. No. Let's, okay, so no, just Miss Parker. I'm going to, how do I eliminate the iPad and Kathy and users iPad?
I would say you just put, when you do the breakaway room, I think it says up to 4, but doesn't ask you who you want to join over.
No,
So
no, it doesn't say that. It gives, see, it included everybody. It put everybody in the breakout room.
Let's see. Hold on. I think that iPad 4 is the other lady, and Kathy, I don't even know if Kathy was on all night or she just stuck logged on. Because I use the iPad 2 was that same lady, Pat, that came on in the green. When she went on to the iPhone 2, she never logged on. She went from iPad 2 to iPhone. That was the same person.
Okay.
But Kathy and iPad is still there. Well, I don't think they're any, I think they're gone and they just don't realize. Maybe they just didn't hit leave. Did you see how it says there's still 5 participants?
Yeah, I do.
See, iPad just muted. You muted iPad or she muted herself?
No, I muted it.
Okay. So, well, we're the only ones on, so I can just kind of I think the rest are just logged on, not aware.
Yeah, I have a feeling because I muted iPad, so.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm sorry. Hi, ma'am. I'm Marcia, and I'm new to the class. And when you asked about the question, you said you have a habit or something. And then I said, well, I wasn't sure whether we were speaking about the smoking or whatever. So
Yeah,
Um,
so that a bad habit that was damaging your health.
mhm.
Was it
So,
smoking?
so I was confused because, so I don't really smoke. I don't smoke cigarettes at all.
Uh-huh.
But I had started smoking weed.
Ah,
But what I need to explain, that's why I said I want to explain it for the class.
sure.
But I kind of had a mental breakdown
Uh-huh.
recently, a couple months back, and the doctor took me out of work. I'm here in New York State. I don't know where you are. I'm upstate New York, and I work for the
Okay.
state in Albany. Okay. I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
deemed essential due to this whole COVID thing. I basically had a mental breakdown, and the doctor gave me some Flunexa's or whatever mental health. So when you were talking about the pills, I didn't know if it was the mental health pills, the Flunexa's or whatever, they give you for 80, for like, they said I was going through depression, anxiety, and all of this stuff. So they give you these mental meds, so you don't kill yourself.
Okay,
So
but
it's
they're
like,
not opiates. Are they, do they have any
no, they're
opiates
just
in them?
supposed to be like mental to help you like through stress and anxiety. But at
Okay.
the same time, when I had the slash breakdown, is
Yeah.
when I really started reading about that's when my first started books. I started reading about Dr. West, Many Masters, Many Lives, while I was out of work on this breakdown about reincarnation. And then I started reading and reading and reading. And then I just been reading ever since I was out of work on this mental breakdown.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, like I said, I feel like I smoke weed like now when I'm stressed because I don't want to take the pills that they gave me. So
Mm.
that's what I didn't want to try to, that's why I said yes, maybe, because I'm not sure if it's picking up the weed for the mental or if it's
Yeah.
those pills that they gave me. But I don't want to take mental anxiety pills. So I wasn't sure. You said, is there something else? So I wasn't sure if Spirit is talking about me smoking the weed for the stress and anxiety, or if they're talking about those damn mental health pills that the people gave
Yeah.
me.
All right, let me ask. Let me ask. So for Miss Parker, is it the marijuana? Okay, so it's basically that the mental health pills are actually probably less effective than the marijuana is for you. Does marijuana make you feel, does it give you a calm? Yeah, a
Yeah.
very calm type of
So there's different kinds of weed, weed that
yeah.
make people laugh. There's weed that make you, but I smoke one that they call like it has a sativa in it,
Yeah.
which just is
Yeah.
a calming. So when I get stressed or I'm crying a lot or something, I smoke like, and it just like, clear your mind, relax. And then it seems like I can meditate, I can think. So I don't know. I
Well,
was
that's
actually thinking about getting a legal marijuana card. So it is legal here in New York now,
yeah.
but it just, I don't know. I don't know. So that was just something.
Sure, sure. No, we're in Virginia,
Mhm.
where my home is and where the church service is in Virginia. But we have a we have a the thing that I heard for you was that you obviously you can't have both. You can't take both. But if you take the marijuana, take that as long as it continues to work. And the pills that they have developed for schizophrenia, I know will control schizophrenia, but I don't know how effective the other, mental illness pills
Mhm.
that they have, because I'm not a doctor and I haven't had enough patients that have come to me that I can say, okay, definitively, yes, this or that, and everything. But all I heard for you is that this, for you right now, the marijuana is a better option than the pills. And did you get did the marijuana have to be prescribed for you? Did you have to get it through a doctor?
No,
Or is
I buy it on this. That's why I was saying I was trying to decide, should I keep getting it on the street or go with the Miracle Marijuana card? Being a state employee, being like it's, you know, it's so much in the air. Like now it's okay, recreational. But what if I go to another job or a promotion and they drug test and it's not okay? But you know, with so much going on in the world, with everything changing, yeah, it's recreational, but is every job okay with it? You know what I mean? When they drug test, what are they drug testing for? Are they only testing for cocaine now? Like, I don't know, because I never, and that's what I said to my doctor. These are all new things because I never had to go through all of this stuff before. You
Yeah.
know, with pills and mental health. And that's what I said. I'm 52 years old. It took me to be 51 years old to get diagnosed with a mental breakdown in it. And that was COVID, with the work and the mandated work and no time off. And, you know, it was hard. It
Yeah.
was hard.
Well, in your case, take if you can get a prescription for it, that's your safest bet. That's absolutely your safest bet, because this will be what, you know, because they have that was approved in, I don't know, 17 states already, medical marijuana.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, and you're not doing it for recreational purposes. That's not why you're smoking it. You are actually doing it for medical reasons. So
I can't think sometimes.
yeah. So if you get a medical prescription, that's your safest bet. That'll protect you the most.
Okay.
Does that make
And then
sense?
you also, yes, ma'am. And do you also do like private classes or private personal readings, like
Yes.
Reiki? What do you do, ma'am?
Yeah, I give spiritual readings, just like these were examples of spiritual readings, except that they would go for an hour, half an hour, 45 minutes, 15 minutes is the absolute shortest. You'd have to, and sometimes a past life will come in, and sometimes people want to come in and just communicate with their loved ones who have passed. I will do that. And I teach Reiki. So for the most part, I teach Reiki. So we are, you absolutely, you can go, let me give you my website information.
Yes, ma'am. I have a notebook.
Okay. It's www.alicja, ALICJA, Jones.com. And that's my Polish spelling of my birth name, because I was born in Poland.
Okay.
And yeah, and all my prices are on there. And during this period, I do have a special pricing for COVID. It's a little bit less, because my normal rate is like $130 an hour, and right now it's $104. So
that's nice. Thank you.
I have discounted it a little bit because
Thank you. And I'm really into, I would like to know, I feel, like I said, I'm kind of new to this. I feel that I have, honestly, like I said, as soon as I started reading Many Mansions, Many Lives, and Journey of Souls, I know that I had past lives. I can feel it. And I'm really interested, if you're into past life, I'm really interested in meeting somebody that I could pay to tell me about some of my past, because I feel that I kind of know, like I had at least minimum 5.
Well,
I would say minimum.
You probably have had hundreds and
Right,
hundreds.
but I'm saying that
You know.
I kind of like can even like maybe feel connections to, or that I like, that I'm aware of just from clues and conversations, and just like I'm in circles, and like somebody told me like, oh, they see me like in the Karmic Board, and I know kind of like I was an African sometime. I know I had some kind of Jamaican ancestors. So it's just different things I know, but there's a lot more I would like to learn. So I will go to your website. And thank you for taking extra time with me tonight.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I don't know where that lady, I felt bad that your lady Christine dropped because she stayed on the whole time and she just dropped at the end.
She just dropped at the end, but she might be able to call me between 2
Call
and
you
4
tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.
That's what I'm thinking. She probably has to get up very early to, and she also has dogs that she has to take care of at 9 o'clock. So I kind of knew once 9 o'clock hit that she
So
was-
you know the lady, so that's nice
I
though.
do,
But you know,
I do,
okay, that was
know.
nice.
So and everything. But anyway, I hope that this has helped you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you
you.
very much. Yeah,
Oh,
have
you're
a good
so
evening. And you'll hear from me. I'm gonna go back onto your website.
Great.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.